Σεβασμιότατε, Αγιαρχιερείς, πατέρες, and ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my pleasure to introduce you to a faithful and dedicated steward of the Metropolis of San Francisco, Mr. Michael Syringelas. He is from the parish of the Assumption in Long Beach, California, where he has and his wife, Elizabeth, are raising their 4 children, all of whom are very active in the church. Michael wears many hats in our metropolis, has been the member for the Metropolis Council over for 15 years now, including the current role as a treasurer position he has held for a number of years. He is also on the board of trustees of the Metropolis Endowment, the All Saints Foundation. But today he comes to us as the co-chairman of our Metropolis Folk Dance and Choral Festival, and also as an advisor to the newly formed National Greek Dance and Culture Ministry, recently announced by His Eminence, our Archbishop. Michael and a few of his colleagues were hand-selected to take over the FTF in 2008, just a few years into my ministry in the Metropolis of San Francisco. He and his team stepped in with determination and vision, making sure that what they have brought to this event, it is faith-based, and to even greater heights. In less than 1 week, the 49th FTF will be here in Phoenix, welcoming nearly 5,000 participants and spectators. When Michael isn't serving the church, he works full-time for CBRE as managing director of the financial consulting group. I am personally grateful to Michael for all that he continues to do for our metropolis, his advice, his faith, his example to be the faithful servant and steward, and a leader servant leader, the Christ. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Michael Syringelas.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Good morning, Your Eminence, Archbishop of ORTHODOX, Your Eminence, Metropolitan Gerasimos, Your Graces, Reverend clergy, ladies and gentlemen. As His Eminence just said, my name is Michael Syrengelas. I'm the co-chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Greek Orthodox Folk Dance and Choral Festival, which is a ministry in the Metropolis of San Francisco. It's my pleasure and honor to be with you today. I just wanted to start off just by show of hands. Who has been to FDF in this room? All right, a lot of people over here. I wonder why. Who's heard of FDF but hasn't been there? All right. And then who wants to come to FDF? All right. You all come see me afterwards, all right? So to get started, I just wanted to start by covering the typical who, what, where, when, why, how, from a very high level. So who? I always like to say it's you, it's me, it's all of us. FDF is not one person or one board or one region. It's really all of us coming together to make it what it is. What is it? It's the largest annual gathering of Greek Orthodox faithful in America, if not the world, we like to say, but we're not sure about that one. Where it takes place, obviously the Metropolis of San Francisco, next week here in Phoenix, Arizona. So if anyone wants to stick around, feel free and just come to the Sheraton Phoenix downtown and have some fun. Why and how, that's what I really want to spend some time on today. So the why comes from our mission: to promote, encourage, and perpetuate the Greek Orthodox faith, Greek heritage, and culture through dance and song. And the how is through committed leadership, proud donors and sponsors, and the leadership comes from individual parishes, the Metropolis level, and the board as well. So I'd like to start today with a bit of history of how FDF began and the foundation upon which it was built. It started 50 years ago in 1976. A few proud Greek souls came together in San Diego, California, and to celebrate dance and Greek dance and culture. And they took a one-year hiatus, and then came back in 1978, did it again. Under the vision and guidance of Metropolitan Anthony of blessed memory, FDF participation exploded in the 80s and 90s, and into the 2000s. Metropolitan Anthony saw the potential for FDF and blazed a path to expand it across the metropolis. That growth continued year after year, and after Metropolitan Anthony's passing, Metropolitan Gerasimos has taken the torch and expanded FDF's offerings even further. This event has grown significantly over the last 20 years, which is a testament to the efforts of His Eminence Metropolitan Gerasimos to cement FDF as the premier ministry of the Greek Orthodox Church on the West Coast. What makes FDF so unique is its cross-generational impact. You see children, teens, parents, grandparents, all participating in the same way. It's a living experience of faith expressed through dance, song, music, and fellowship. Our youth connect to our faith, to our culture, and to each other, and the connections made at FDF last a lifetime. Year after year, it becomes a spiritual homecoming of the metropolis. So today, FDF welcomes thousands of people annually. Young people grow up in the ministry, they return as young adults, and often serve as instructors, organizers, and leaders. It's one of the few ministries where every generation is present and actively engaged. At its core, FDF has been and should always remain a celebration of Greek folk dance, song, and culture. I can tell you about FDF, but my words can't do it justice. FDF is a happening, as His Eminence has always said, one that can only truly be explained when witnessed in person. That being said, I would like to show you a brief video that our team created to give you a glimpse of what the FDF weekend is all about.
Here, on this stage, every beat is a heartbeat.
Every step, a testament to the power of togetherness.
On stage, it's not just about competition, it's about connection.
It's about the shared journey of those who dance side by side.
Because here, we dance to life.
The music guides us.
The rhythm moves us.
And the bonds of friendship, faith, and family
will lift us higher than ever before.
We are not just competitors.
We are companions on a journey of joy, love, and unity.
Welcome to the place you always belong.
Welcome to FDF.
Ξυπνάς, θέλεις χώρο, θες να σε μοναχιά.
Θέλω ήσυχα να πιω ένα καφέ ζεστό, μα εσύ με μουσική που τρέμει το πετώ.
Μια ταινία ξένη, σαν άνθρωπος να δω.
Τι λες καλέ, έχει ελληνικό.
Το βράδυ έχει ματσάκι, με φίλους μου να δω.
Σήμερα που θα έρθει η Στέλλα και η Μαριό. Αχ, να μην δέχω για μένα ένα λεπτό. Αχ, τι να κάνω που πολύ σε αγαπώ.
Δεν αλλάζεις, δεν αλλάζω, έτσι γνωριστήκαμε. Κι αν γκρινιάζεις ή γκρινιάζω, έτσι αγαπηθήκαμε. Μαύρο εγώ.
FDF has grown steadily over the years and decades, and currently over 5,000 people attend during the weekend, 1,500 of which are dancing and singing in the choral competitions and the dance competitions. So that's all great, but as I like to say, we said, what is FDF? Why do we do it? And what makes it so special? 3 words: faith, dance, and fellowship. These are the three pillars that define FDF. Of course, it's about the dancing and the singing, but it's so much more than that, and it's so much more than just one weekend. As I mentioned earlier, over the last 20 years, we've placed an emphasis on the growth and the focus of the ministry side as well. We invite and include every ministry of the Metropolis and many others from the Archdiocese and even international organizations, from Ionian Village to Project Mexico, HCHC to the Archons of the Ecumenical Patriarchate. Workshops throughout the weekend led by some of the top clergy, lay leaders, and ministry leaders. Chapel with various church services throughout the weekend, culminating with a ballroom full of thousands of people celebrating hierarchical divine liturgy together on Sunday morning. Partnership with Philoptochos on numerous fronts, including our on-site Diaconia service project, which we pioneered 10 years ago in San Diego. This has all led to FDF becoming more than just a dance competition. It touches all people of all ages in completely unique ways. So what's FDF? It's the coming together of experts in dance, song, music, and costumery. And when we talk about that, we're literally talking about the best of the best. So you're talking about the violi player in the village on the island in Greece. And you can't replicate that. It's a celebration of all of our wonderful ministries within the Metropolis of San Francisco. It's a special partnership and connection we have with Philoptochos. But again, it's still much more than that. It connects the faithful of all ages at the local parish throughout the year. It's happening year-round locally. The weekend event that we'll be celebrating very shortly is simply the culmination of months of hard work and dedication. Faith and fellowship is woven into the fabric of each festival, not only during the weekend events, but also through the months leading up to the festivals. Our reverend clergy and hierarchs play an important role in the direction and promotion of these festivals and are intensely focused on making certain that we have a vibrant intersection of faith and culture. Our youth are fully engaged at the local parish level, attending church services, participating in fundraisers and local diaconia events, and being extremely involved in their communities, both inside and outside the church grounds. In the not too distant past, many people thought of FDF as just another dance competition or showcase. In reality, however, it's the nectar that attracts our youth's attention, ultimately bringing them closer to God, our churches, our communities, and our culture. I would be remiss if I didn't spend some time talking about the wonderful partnership we developed over the years between FDF and Philoptochos. This is such a special ministry collaboration that we cherish every year. Nearly 10 years ago, FDF and Philoptochos were pioneers in starting what has become an annual on-site service event to kick off each FDF weekend. Syrengelas, president of the Philoptochos, is in attendance today. Jeannie and her team and her family have played a huge role over the years, and we're so thankful for her support. In 2017, that first year, we came together to feed 41,000 people in the San Diego area by packaging meals at our event. And 41,000 seems like a weird number, but it was the 41st year of FDF, so 41,000 meals. Since then, our participants have given back to the local communities where FDF takes place each year, packaging food, building bikes for underprivileged children, filling backpacks for the needy or the homeless, just to name a few. This year, we'll be packaging 35,000 meals in the support of the Outreach Project to be donated to St. Mary's Food Bank. And then there's our leadership team, who do a great job throughout the year planning the event. Our FDF management team is comprised of current and future leaders of our church. Many use their participation on the management team to springboard them into action at a local, regional, and national level. And some of them are in attendance this weekend and even in the audience today. I don't want to call her out, but I did see one member here. We say it all the time, but our team is amazing. It's comprised of professionals of all types of fields, from doctors and lawyers to teachers and principals, business owners to corporate professionals in Fortune 100 companies, and even PhDs. The desire is there to give back to the program that has given them so much over their lives, ensuring it continues for the next generation. And FDF is a ministry with proven programming for faith-based leadership, creating stronger parishes, engaged families, and committed next-generation leaders. So now I'd like to pivot a little bit and talk about the new National Greek Folk Dance and Cultural Ministry. The idea of creating this national ministry, which is focused on the vibrant intersection between our Greek Orthodox faith and Hellenic culture, was first raised by Archbishop Elpidophoros. After much reflection and planning on how such a ministry might be developed, the proposal was approved by the Holy Eparchal Synod and the Archdiocesan Council last fall. The future success of the ministry will be dependent upon the support, involvement, spiritual guidance of clergy throughout the Archdiocese. The foundation upon which this new ministry is being created is clear. With established events like FDF in the West and HDF, or the Hellenic Dance Festival in the Metropolis of Atlanta, which just celebrated its 25th year, there's a clear roadmap to success. Other regional newer festivals like MDF, which is the Music and Dance Festival in the Metropolis of New Jersey, and Paradosi in the direct Archdiocesan District will also benefit from the new national ministry. Interestingly enough, I was looking through the mission statements of FDF, Leadership 100, and the new National Folk Dance and Choral Cultural Ministry, and they're all very similar, and you can see them here. I'm not going to read word for word, but starting with FDF, we talk about dedication through Orthodox Christian fellowship, perpetuation of Orthodox faith, Greek heritage, and culture among individuals and families, and folk dance, folk art, music, and language. Flipping over to Leadership 100, advancing the Orthodox faith, life-giving legacy of Hellenism in America, supporting the national ministries of the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese of America. And now the new ministry, to promote and preserve, educate, and celebrate Hellenic dance, music, song, and cultural traditions, to teach and spread Orthodox Christian faith, and to foster a dynamic community in which cultural heritage serves as a living witness to the beauty of Orthodox faith, engaging current and future generations. If I didn't know any better, I think these are three organizations who know each other, and there's a lot of cross-pollination, but you can see that there's already between FDF, HDF, and the national ministry, they're all very similar, and it's great to see the Leadership 100's mission and vision is right there with it. So as mentioned previously, an important aspect of the existing festivals is to connect faith and culture. There are several ways that this occurs, most notably from the intimate spiritual workshops to celebrating divine liturgy as a larger group. And we intend to carry that forward with this new ministry on a national level. To that end, we hope the ministry will allow for expanded awareness and participation in new or existing folk dance and cultural initiatives throughout the Archdiocese. Best practices and resources will be shared throughout the Archdiocese by, among other things, inviting clergy and lay leadership to the more established events, holding regional and national symposiums and seminars. We believe the ministry will allow for the development of more and deeper cross-collaborations with other GOA ministries. Our initial goal will be to further build upon the existing collaboration with the Philoptochos and the archons of the Ecumenical Patriarchate, among others. There will be an intense focus to strengthen the cultural bonds between the U.S. and Greece. And finally, we aim to establish world-class archives and educational opportunities for all. We believe these benefits reflect the spirit, values, and mission of the ministry as proposed. These include strengthened communication and outreach, increased engagement and retention, international recognition for leadership and cultural preservation and education, broader outreach to the faithful of the Archdiocese, and enhanced cultural literacy as a tool for faith formation. We believe that through this ministry, we'll be able to recognize and capitalize on the vibrant and rich intersection that exists between our faith and our culture. We hope this ministry will stand as a living testament that Hellenic culture is not only preserved, but joyfully celebrated, shared, and renewed in Christ. So what can you do? Support your local parishes. Support the regional events. Support monetarily through donations and scholarships if you're willing and able. At FDF, we have great support, and we're getting ready in just over a week to give out a record $50,000 in academic scholarships. This is in addition to the other cultural scholarships where we'll send directors and musicians to symposiums in Greece. Through the generous support of individuals and families In our partnership with the Elio Society, we have been able to enhance the offerings while at the same time giving out an average of $30,000 of scholarships over the last 5 years, which number is growing every year. And the amazing thing is we're just scratching the surface. And I talked about the vision and the leadership of Metropolitan Anthony and Metropolitan Gerasimos with respect to FDF in the West. And now we're seeing the same thing happen with Archbishop Papilophoros' new vision of what can be done at a national level. With the recent launch of this new national folk dance and cultural ministry, we will build off the successes of FDF along with HDF in the South and other regional events. We're already hard at work to expand the offerings on a national and international level with the goal of touching every metropolis and every parish, truly changing lives along the way. Thank you.
My name is Anna Panayiotokopoulos, now Ellis. My husband and I joined Leadership 100 last year, and this is the first time we've had the pleasure of being at the conference. As Mr. Syrengelas explained, FDF is here next week, and this will serve as a little bit of a preview for my group, Ta Patriotakia. They range from 13 to 17-year-olds. So for those of you that have not been to FDF, they perform 2 times, and they do 2 different suites. We'll explain the first round, they'll kind of reset, and then they'll do the second round. The first suite they will do is from the island of Naxos. They will sing a patinada, they will dance Kalamatiano, Vlacha, Yavas Yavas, Sirto Huzam, and Balos.
Mavridis, γίνεται η κόρη από τον Κύρι. Σήμερα γάμος γίνεται, σήμερα πατινάδα, σήμερα αποχωρίζεται η κόρη από τη μάνα. Thank you.